Hello and welcome to Rainy Day Crafting. Okay, today we're going to do a wobbling card. Okay, so we're doing this little gingerbread man. This is a Gemini die, for anybody that's interested where I've got it from. And they're literally called wobbling gingerbread man. But remember, the wobbling bit is just this that creates the wobble. All right, so I'm not going to say go out and buy, all the different designs, because once you've got this, just remember you can use it on any of your dies or anything. Okay, so by having one, and I also did think, just as a tip, this I think is very much like the die when you make those roses that then curl up. So I think I've got one, so I'm going to have a little look just in case, because that would always do, maybe for something a bit bigger. Anyway, so this little set, 7-piece set, literally comes with the wobbly bit, which you have to cut out of acetate. This is obviously to go round the gingerbread man, so just for sort of making it a bit quicker, there's various words on it. Peace, love and sweets, that sounds good. Gingerbread wishes and kisses, have a tasty Christmas, and goody gumdrops. So just as you've seen me probably do a few of these in the past, I printed it out and then I put a little bit of embossing powder on to give the edge, although it's not ever so shiny on there. But now all I'm going to do with this is literally a couple of Crayola crayons. You can do this with distressed oxides, you can do it with crayons, anything you like colouring. So I'm not the best of colourers, but I'm just going to literally just let me show you. Obviously you know how to colour. Now I must get round to doing this in real time, because then I think it's a bit muddly, but anyway, I should be using another one anyway. So yep, so literally colour away. Yep. And oh, hang on, I do need to show, because I want to show you this next bit actually thinking about it. So anyway, I hope you're enjoying my challenge. I set myself a challenge, and I'm nearly halfway of a card every day for 30 days. So I'm getting there. I've got lists and lists of ideas I want to do, which are after the 30-day challenge. I might, because obviously I'm releasing one every day, I might try and release a video or every 2 or 3 days, just sort of work with that. Anyway, let's just do his face. Not the best of colours, as I said, but you could do this with crayons, colouring. Got a little bit on his hat there, but 2 seconds. Right, here we go. Perfect. So now what I want to do, I want to show you. I tend to use something like this if ever I'm doing other bits and pieces on it. This is embossing, an embossing stamp. Like when I print up, if it's already gone dry and you want to emboss something. So I'm just literally, popping that on there. It's just basic. It's just a sticky pad, which then will literally allow, if I actually put that in there, it's already, if I just show you, here comes the magic. And just warm it up a bit. But what you do in between, if you want to build up, so this is the embossing powder is going on the complete gingerbread man, but if you want to then build it up to a much sort of thicker, how quickly this should go. Underneath. Oh, you know what, actually, almost by doing it underneath you watch it go too. So let's just put it on the top again. So it gives a film, a thin film, so then you can literally pop it back in there, it builds up a bit more. Then you wouldn't have to keep using your embossing can you see lovely sheen on that, which is gorgeous. So that's the ready. What I'm going to do is put that to one side now to let that dry, because we'll be coming back to in a little while. Something else I've done earlier, just to make it so I'm not sort of keeping you on here forever either, because I would like to be. I've got 22 subscribers, but thanks for everyone and anybody who watches, views, and etc. is lovely. I've only been running 4 months, so I suppose the tale is, I gather, to get to your first 1,000 is the real sort of hard slog. But there we go. Oh, what I do, and that's a long way off, I know. But when I get to 100 subscribers, I plan to do a little draw and send somebody something, okay, something crafty. But I mean, that's a long way off yet, isn't it? But if you do like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button. And obviously keep coming back and viewing and leave your comments. Anyway, this is, as you can see, a little gingerbread man. I could have then shown you bit by bit by bit, but basically the cardboard at the back is literally a bit of sort of Amazon packaging. So, you know, use up the bits and pieces you have, and obviously all the white bits I cut out in one go through, and the red, and then this was actually some colour from, I think, my gingerbread man that I did earlier. Anyway, so there we have all that already cut out. So that's going to go on. The card size this time I was going to do is only just, I think it's an A5, isn't it? I was going to do it straight on the card, but then because I quite like when something have an edge, I thought, do you know what? That could go on there, but that could almost be that it hangs over the edge. Looks quite novel. So what I think I'll do, just put a bit of tape on there. I could glue it, but just, you know, just before I now start this, I sorted out my sticky scissors because they get so sticky, I tell you. So, and I think for the effect, hopefully that one piece on there will be enough. I want to do it so potentially that will be going, well, I put it on there first before I put anything down. Yeah, so that's sort of loose on, not loose, but, you know, stuck on there for now. All right. So, because I quite like the idea where it's there, but sort of hanging off, because we might raise it up, but we might not, because we're doing the wobbly. So that's that already done. Like I said, it took a little bit of time, but, you know, you could, I mean, I'm doing a gingerbread man, but you can do anything, any of your dies you've got. Anyway, going back to, this is the one that I've just leave drying. This is one I did earlier, okay? So we're going to use this little to cut out. So can you see? If you, obviously it come with this little die to cut out, but it always will leave like a little edge, as I'll now show you. So, you could tape it down to make sure it don't move. But I tend to find, oops, as long as I pop the lid on, or the other plate on, and through we go. As far as I know, that will cut through there nicely without putting a shim in there. All right, so this is how it look. Yeah, it's cut out, okay. Like I say, you could fussy cut that out if you wanted to. Anyway, that's already ready. So let's pop this away. Now, this is the little piece that you then need to make the, you know, that's me sitting on my chair, which I know you can't see, doing the sort of wobbly bit. So what you need to do is just find some acetate. Now, I'm a great believer in, this is a sheet in here, but all your packaging, obviously with all the craft stuff you get, there's a lot of sort of stuff that we can just reuse, can't we? So I keep lots of these envelopes with bits and pieces in. I was now to show you. There's one here, it's all shaped. But anyway, so just got to get a piece of this one. Cut a piece off. So this is awful that you can't see it. I did try it on thicker, which was then much harder to do through. So again, we just use, pop it through here. I did put it on a piece of card because I thought that tends to cut the piece of card as well. So onto the cutting pad, onto there, through there, and sort of back again on itself. There we have. Can you sort of see? It's cut the acetate out, but it's also cut almost like a snail in the other piece, although it's not quite cut it round, but anyway, it's fairly. So with this now, with a bit of luck, that will pull through, and then you probably can't see very well, it will literally open up. If I show you, I was going to show you, she says, one I've got earlier here, which I appear to have mislaid. I put them all nice and tidy for me to say, oh, here it is. And then, oh yeah, here it is. This is like in the cardboard, just because I think you'll be able to see that, you know, what it is. So then, if you can imagine, this is your acetate. Put a little bit of the high-tack tape on each end. This is Hobbycraft. Is high-tacky. It really is seriously sticky. So, but it's very 3mm. So, as you can probably see, it's quite small. Here's one I've done earlier, already with the sticky tape on. So then, just if I turn him over, we're going to put I've got it on here ready, but it's already that's that piece. Fiddly fiddly or what? I thought I'd have this ready, thinking it'd be making it much easier. There's the other piece. So we need one. It'll be stuck. Stick him down. And the other piece, put him down, and then he's meant to sort of wobble on the card. He doesn't wobble quite as much as I thought he was going to. So there we have. If I show you this, you know my gingerbread man, I think I did on my previous video. I've done one on here, and you sort of see. And he's sort of quite wobbly, so I think it's just sort of technique and maybe what size things you're using, because that on a card makes it would make it wobble quite well, wouldn't it? So anyway, so that's just showing you that. Whoops, so he's on the card there. Now, what I was going to do is just pop on there Merry Christmas or something, which I've got one on wishing you a Merry Christmas. And put it on one of these blocks. But I feel when you just use a block as opposed to one of the stamping platforms, you know, you've only got this sort of one chance with that. I probably should have potentially popped this on first. Once I've mucked it up, you can't come back on itself. Oh, that's all right. Make sure you've got nothing on your hands. Then embossing powder again. I know you've seen this a few times, but I just wanted to show you, you know, if you prepare a few bits and pieces, you can sort of potentially knock up cards quite quickly. You know, sometimes I'll sit and sort of do different pieces in bits and pieces. Always knock it off so you don't get the extra on. Hope it's not going to muck up now with the heat going on my gingerbread man, so fingers crossed it won't. Oh, he's curled up now because that's the heat, I suppose. I'll try and do this. It might come off there. Oh, I just realised I had that over my over that. So I wonder it didn't all turn clear. Oh, my gingerbread man's curled up a little bit now. But anyway, wishing you a Merry Christmas. So let's put that where that go. Now with this, I might have to put something to hold him down a little bit. So then literally turn over and I will just put some double-sided tape back on there. She says, what about if I, you know, should I raise it up? Would it be too much in the card? No, I don't think so, she said. just so it pops up a bit more. This tape I've been using is seriously sticky, so my poor scissors don't stand a chance. But anyway, I try, I know I've said this on lots of these, to keep the same pair of scissors for using. Like I say, if you don't position this right, I believe this particular tape does not take any prisoners. So get it lined up so it's nice and central to where you want it to be. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could now put some more bling on here. But I don't know how much you can see him. So he's on there, but he's moving. So there we have another Christmas card. Like I say, you could put this glossy accents that I've got here. You can put on there and give a bit of sheen, or on the door or whatever. A little bit of glitter if you so want. But anyway, there he is. So here we have a wobbly gingerbread man. But remember, I'm doing this. You can do anything you like with whatever dies you've got. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Bye for now.